We are in the thick of it. We are in WrestleMania season. I can't believe how soon it's going to be here. Am I as excited as I've been in the past? No. No, I'm not. And that's what I want to talk about. Why is that? It hasn't felt like WrestleMania season the way it has felt in the past. Like WrestleMania 40, WrestleMania 39, last year's WrestleMania 41, was the kind of the start of the decline for a lot of people when it came to trusting Triple H and TKO and WWE. They're like, all right, let them cook. Give it time. Give it time. But I will say, I'll just say it. It's been boring. And I hate saying that because I love the WWE. I love pro wrestling. But it's been boring. WWE has been kind of boring the last couple of months. They'll have a really good episode of Monday Night Raw. They'll have a really good episode of SmackDown. And then it'll be a month of like nothing. I get into all that to say the builds for WrestleMania this year, that's what I have a problem with. I don't think I have a problem with a single match on the card because I think they're all going to deliver. However, I have a serious problem with how we got here on some of these matches. Let's just go through a list. Let's start off with a match that hasn't been announced yet, but I think they will announce, and that's LA Knight and the Usos versus The Vision and Speed. They kind of teased that match on Monday Night Raw. I like Speed. I like Speed a lot, actually, so I'm not mad at it at all. I know some people don't like celebrities, and you could see that on every Jelly Roll clip ever. Monday Night Raw, they kind of teased that they were going to do something more with Speed. So if they're not going to do the Vision versus just the Usos for the tag team titles, which, you know, would make almost too much sense because you're defending the tag titles at WrestleMania, right? No, I don't think they are. I don't think they're defending the R-Truth and Damian Priest ones either, to be honest with you, which... Anyway, I'm going to give it a D+ because I like Speed. Otherwise, this build is freaking terrible. Like, whatever they're doing with the tag team titles, it's just... I have to make a separate video on that. We could come up with a whole new video, but it's getting a D+. Seth Rollins versus Gunther. Seen a lot of discourse online, like a lot of hate actually, saying no build, very boring, very out of nowhere. But I will say this is probably best case scenario for both Seth Rollins and Gunther. I mean, Gunther isn't going to be at WrestleMania? He has to be at WrestleMania. He just went on this crazy run, and you're not going to give him a WrestleMania match? And he damn well could have a match of the night with Seth Rollins, because Seth Rollins usually has the best match or the second to best match on any show he's on. And you can say the same thing with Gunther. So, yeah, I'm just going to give it a C, because I don't think it's fair to judge the storyline here. Both of their stories got put on hold due to injury, because Gunther with Rey Mysterio, according to reports, the obvious one was Braun Breaker and Seth. So what are you really going to do there? I'm just giving it a C because I don't feel like it's too terribly fair to grade. Drew McIntyre versus Jacob Fatu. Give me a D-. I want to give it an F so bad, but I love Drew McIntyre and I love Jacob Fatu. I'm a Drew McIntyre fan. So when he lost that WWE Championship, I was pretty upset. Randy Orton heel turn kind of saved it for me, though. However, I'm still upset. I mean, like, I just don't care. I just don't care. And I want to care, but I just don't. That little fight that they had on SmackDown where they, like, fell off the scaffolding and all that stuff, that saved it from being an F. But this has just been an F. But I'm going to give it a D, even though it should be an F. Liv versus Vaquer. I'm giving this an A. God, am I excited to watch Stephanie Vaquer versus Liv Morgan. The back and forth promos, I'm excited. I'm very excited. That one promo that Stephanie delivered, and actually Liv's promos back talking about, they've been great. And Dominic translating some stuff for Vaquer, it's pretty cool. I'm pretty excited for this one. I think they're gonna have a great match. Don't attack me on my opinions. These are just my opinions. Brock Lesnar versus Obafemi. Give me an A+ for the build. If Brock Lesnar wins, I'm gonna come back to this video and I'm gonna delete it. Because it's going to be an F. But if Obafemi wins, this has been perfect. This has literally been perfect. I'm, like, very excited for Obafemi versus Brock Lesnar. Lesnar's acting in the ring where he's, like, worried. Obafemi's hasn't even come close to the ring yet. You could feel Brock Lesnar, like, panicking. I love it. It's getting an A+ for me. Brock Lesnar and Obas, this has been a good build. Becky Lynch versus AJ Lee, giving it a B. Because their matches have been really good, but the promos just have been odd. They've just been weird. The storyline there, you could have just went the CM Punk Seth Rollins route, who left, and I picked up the pieces, and I hate you. And AJ's like, I would hate me too. And it's like, Becky's like, oh, I'm scared. And AJ's like, millennial, well, let's fight then, kind of thing. And I'm like, dude, it's a layup. You just watched both of their husbands do the exact same storyline. Just do that. Just do that storyline. I'm not a fan of seeing Becky Lynch being afraid. She's the man. That's like her whole thing. I don't know. I'm giving it a B because I do know they're going to have a great match. And they're great wrestlers. And some of their promos haven't been bad. But like a lot of them have just been odd. They've just been weird. So I'm giving it a B. The women's Fatal 4-Way Tag Team, I'm giving it a B+. I'm giving it a B+. I think it'll be great. I think it's going to be really fun. They actually have a strong women's tag team division in a sense I just never thought I would say. Man, I wish the Iconics were still around. Just totally fit in so well right now. Solid. I'm excited. Finn versus Dom. Giving it a B. I would totally give this an A. However, this thing has been like dragged out so long. Like last year's WrestleMania, even before last year's WrestleMania, like Finn and Dom were just having like the discourse. I mean, like, it's really good. I just get bored fast. So when like something's been going on for like 2 years, I don't know. Sometimes I'm like, man, we should have just been pulled this trigger. We like long term, like 2 years long worth of building. I'm not talking like the Roman bloodline stuff where like long term storytelling is like, you know, cinematic and stuff. I'm talking about like Dom and Finn right now for 2 years for some reason. You know what I mean? Dom and Finn reminds me of like what Grayson and Austin could have been, but they like actually followed through with it. So I like it. It's just took us a long time to get here, but I'm excited for it. The Intercontinental title ladder match. I would say it's out of thin air, but they've talked to a lot of these people backstage where like JD's like, when am I getting an Intercontinental Championship shot? Rusev, like, when am I getting an IC shot? Javon, like, when am I getting an IC shot? So it actually does make sense that they're doing this match, but you know, there wasn't like a huge story here. So I'm giving it a B because I'm very excited for the match. And Penta's promos always get me kind of hype. Yo soy Penta! It's great. Trick Williams versus Sami Zayn. F minus, triple F minus, quadruple F minus. I'm very excited to see Trick Williams wrestle at WrestleMania. However, this match, Sami Zayn winning the United States Championship, not having Carmelo Hayes at WrestleMania, not having Carmelo Hayes versus Trick Williams, hate it. That was so infuriating watching that episode of SmackDown. Immediately muted my TV. I like Sami Zayn. I don't want you guys to think that I don't like Sami Zayn. I don't like what they're doing with Sami Zayn. And yes, him and Trick for months now. Yes, I get it. I totally get it. But I hate it. So much. Carmelo Hayes for like 100 days was like a fantastic United States. For like 3 months. Maybe even more than that. It might have been close to 4. I don't know. Nope. I'm going to sit here and think about that too. Ilya and Carmelo have like legitimately years of history. Trick and Carmelo have literal years of history there. I know that they have years left, but there's a layup, like an actual layup where it's like, meaning to tell me that like there couldn't have also been a multi-man United States Championship match too, like how we did with the IC Championship, like multi-man. Because there's a lot of people that deserve a US Championship match, and I don't know if Sami Zayn right now needed it. Wait, actually, I know he didn't need it. He didn't need to win the United States Championship match. I'm getting off on a huge tangent, but he just won it and then dropped it to someone else. Why would you have him win it again and then drop it to, like, I don't know. Trick's promo where he said Sammy smells like breath smells like bounce that ass did make me laugh. So I guess here, but that just made me so mad. Rhea versus Jade, D+. This also would have gotten an F, but I like how they're kind of bringing like the AEW style of Jade, where she has like a group with her. Why am I blanking on the name? Meechin and B-Fab, cool. If you can't beat them, join them. Sweet. Twitter spat was like the most interesting thing that's happened. Every promo's like, my muscles are bigger than yours. No, my muscles are bigger than yours. So, Roman Reigns versus CM Punk, I'm going to give it an A-. And I know this is going to be controversial, possibly, but CM Punk saying I'm going to bury you next to your father, which I was there at that show, and that did get a kind of a crazy reaction, yes. But it just didn't, the more I look at it, it just felt kind of random. You know, purposely trying to get underneath Roman's skin. Yeah, I get that. One just felt like low-hanging fruit, very Christian cagey. That would make more sense if Christian said it, but CM Punk saying it felt super random. And then you have the stuff with the Usos, like kind of getting involved, which makes them like forget that they're like the tag team champions, and now they're not the tag team champions anymore. I understand that. I was just kind of hoping it was gonna just be Roman and Punk like them starting the bloodline back up and Jey Uso trying to become the tribal chief. I think that's going to be a cool storyline for sure. And Jimmy, like, you know, seeing his brother kind of turn into Roman, which is something I pitched a long time ago where I was like, Jey will slowly turn into Roman. That was like 3 years ago. I deleted that video off my TikTok, so I guess I have no proof. I have zero proof of that. But I did say it. And Jey turning into Roman is cool, but a part of me just wanted it to stay CM Punk and Roman Reigns, and so that's why instead of an A plus, I'm giving it an A minus because it kind of dragged the Usos in, and then the Usos stopped carrying their tag team titles, and they stopped caring about being a tag team, and which is the only thing that like soured it for me, and the CM Punk line just kind of soured it for me. And finally, Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton. It's getting an A. Kind of like the Finn and the Dom thing. I was like, man, we could have done this like twice now. Good things happen to those who wait, and like I said, I get bored fast, and I'm an impatient kind of guy. But I'm glad that we're finally getting around to this storyline because like it's easy to tell. I think that's the problem with WWE today is like they say they don't want to overcomplicate things and then overcomplicate everything. This is one of those ones where it's like you don't really need to overcomplicate it. I'm very intrigued to see who Randy Orton is talking to. It's looking like it could be The Rock. It's looking like it could be Bob Orton. It could be Ted DiBiase. Like at this point, there's like a couple of people it could be. I still think it'd be cool if one day Randy Orton joins the Wyatt family again, but that's just another story for another day. Very intrigued. I'm giving that one an A. But a majority of these matches, the build has been like almost like borderline atrocious. And I hate saying that. Some of them, the ones that are good are fantastic. But the ones that are bad are bad. Like the ones that are bad are very bad. And yeah, so we'll see. Yeah, we shall see. But just gonna let you guys let me know if I'm tripping. I love you all. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Share. Do you have to get them out? I love talking about pro wrestling. On the side, this is like a side for me. I was thinking about making a music channel and a movie channel and all these other channels, or maybe just have one specific channel where I just talk about all the things that I like. I do like a lot of stuff, not just pro wrestling, even though pro wrestling like is like my life. Music is also my life, and movies are a giant part of my life. I'm watching a movie a day, or I'm listening to everything, or I'm making songs, and I'm doing all this craziness. And so yeah, I would like to know what's something you would like me to venture out into? Is there anything else you'd like me to venture out into? Do you like these wrestling videos? All that and more. So yeah, I've been Jeff Scooter. I barely know her. I love you all. Enjoy the rest of your day.